All right. Does it work? Does it work? I think I broke everything. I knew I was breaking shit. As soon as I woke up this morning, I started breaking everything. Is it possible that you guys are hearing me? Damn. Well, I'm sorry about that. Forget everything I said, all right? I'm just going to go on to something different now. What the fuck? You know what I should have done? It didn't occur to me. But normally I have people, you know what I mean, that are in the staff that are watching. So normally they would hit me up on the fucking phone or something to tell me. But all the staff members and everybody is doing other things. I apologize, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't realize that everything. It happens, man. That's live. That's live, man. That's what happens when you try to go live. I'm not really a techie or nothing like that. So if something goes wrong and I don't know how to fix it, I'm fucked up. What I should have done, and I think what I'm going to do now, is when I start the show, I'm going to tune into the chat before before I really get started. Because sometimes I can't tell. There's not all the information on the screen that'll tell me if everything's working. Like the volume meters were going and everything else, but I overlooked and did not see the mute button checked. And lo and behold, as soon as when I returned to the chat, I seen you guys talking. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not broadcasting any fucking audio. Awesome. Thank you guys for sticking with it. Let me go back and at least read the article. Fucking A. So what I was now I can at least explain what I was doing. So, like I was saying, when the program started, what I was doing was I had typed in into Google female fronted hard rock heavy metal because the first story is about search engines and Google and how search engine optimization for years and years now has been basically the way that your website gets seen, through the funnel of search engines. And it's been a mystery to people. Everyone's been always trying to refine and adjust their recipe on how to acquire the skill of reaching the top of the search engine. And it's like what behaviors and hashtags and what type of features you need on your website and what type of advertising you need to optimize to make it to the top of search results. So I was noting that search engines have been broken for years, and big tech's fake renaissance with AI coming to save the day. There's no sign that it's going to be improved anytime soon. So the first story that I had today was about Google leaking, I guess, the once magical and mystical information on the algorithm and on how to achieve great SEO results. But as a side note, if you guys have your phones with you, if you guys have tablets or wherever you're watching from, if you can, I make the note that it's hard to search for things. You can't search for anything. We search for stuff all the time. Fucking bands, hamburgers, music equipment, clothes, and we found that throughout the years, search engines, search in general, searching for things online, is harder and harder to do. We have all these gadgets. We have all these machine learning miracles in our lives now, and still we can't shop for flip flops and garden hoses. So I typed in female fronted hard rock, New Hampshire. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so it's cool. Sepsis does come up. I appreciate that. And then the next is a Facebook page. And then it goes to femalefrontedpower.com. And I'm looking at an article from 2024. Then the fifth search result is 5 new female artists and bands from an article from December of 2020. This isn't what I searched for. On top of it, on the right here, it says from places to stay, like the Holiday Inn in Concord. I don't plan on visiting there, and I don't know why it's trying to predict that I will. But, so it's nice to see sepsis come up and all of that, and that's cool. But that's not really what, that wasn't my point, although that is refreshing news. I think it's disturbing that sepsis comes up as a first result when you type in hard rock female fronted from New England. I think it's a little disappointing, actually, because we're the only band that comes up if you type in female fronted hard rock and metal from New Hampshire. I think that's embarrassing. I think it's a disappointment. I think it's unfortunate that we are the only band that comes up if you search for hard rock or metal bands in the area. And then if you scroll down a little more, after one scroll, you get a random Facebook page. Who knows, who's in charge of that or how authentic that is, right? So it goes from sepsis to a random Facebook page. I don't even want to type. I don't even want to click on it. And then the third search result for female-fronted New England and New Hampshire is this female-fronted power webzine. And it's showing articles from people that live in other countries. If you scroll down further, here's an article from December 30th, 2020 with some unrecognizable young ladies in this blog Metal Insider. And then it goes on to show images of women front hard rock New Hampshire. I don't know what they're talking about there. But I've never met these ladies before. Not that I know everybody. But that looks like Lizzie Hale to me. I know she's not from New Hampshire. And this looks like the lady Maria Brink, and this looks like Ash Costello. Yeah, these ladies are some celebrity girls that are not from New England. I think Lizzie Hale's from a different country. So this is a search engine where I typed in hard rock, heavy metal, New England, New Hampshire, and it's showing me Lizzie Hale. It just shows you that search engines are broken. Let's take a look at good old Google. Let's see what good old Google says. Female fronted hard rock metal New Hampshire and New England. Maybe it's too long for a search. I don't know. Maybe it can't handle it. That's nice. I'm glad to see that we came up again in the search. But we came up again. Oh, here. Sinister Sister. I've never even heard of them. I'm going to go like them because I never heard of them. Sinister Sister. Oh. Well, I can't find them either. Okay. So after we come up in a search, so if you type in on Google, let me refine the search. We're going to just do New Hampshire. Let's see if we can just refine it. Okay, now it's all just us. And that, to me, that is just absolutely. So, showing results for female-fronted hard rock heavy metal band New Hampshire. Sepsis. I'm glad to see our website on the top, then our Instagram, then an article about Melissa from 2019. I mean, that doesn't seem relevant to me. You know what I mean? So we typed in female-fronted hard rock metal New Hampshire, and in the third search result is an article from 2019 with Melissa in it. The fifth result is our Facebook. The sixth result is our YouTube. The next one is a Reddit featuring female-fronted rock bands with no screaming. We must have got tagged in it. And our friends, Sinister Sister again. It's nice to hear from them. The images, they do have our very, 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 very disappointing. It's very disappointing. The following search results are all other. There are other countries, other states. It says New Bedford, Mass. Here, I don't know how that got into it. And then female-fronted hard rock bands on Reddit. These are related searches. It to me, it's a little disappointing. I'm glad the Sepsis is up there, but it's really disappointing because there should be other bands there. We know maybe 100, and certainly throughout the years we've played with handfuls of really well-established female-fronted bands from all over New England, and you can't search for them. Like, why can't I just go on Google and search for bands in my area? I don't, what about the person that's not trying to look for celebrities, and they're not trying to discover what's already popular? What if I'm trying to discover, just local or regional acts? If you want to discover them on something like Google or Yahoo or Bing, you can't search. Google search algorithm documents have been leaked. Here's what the experts are saying. The key to online success is usually dependent on one major factor above all others: your website's ranking on Google search. For decades now, an entire industry, search engine optimization, or SEO, has revolved around attempting to crack the code that moves a given page up the ranks for various keyword search queries on Google. This week, that code, or more specifically, the secrets behind Google's search engine algorithm, have leaked. In the last quarter century, no leak of this magnitude or detail has ever been reported. This from Spokaroto CEO Rand Fishkin, a longtime influential figure in the SEO industry. That's him. He's an interesting looking fella. So yeah. That's interesting. Fishkin has worked in the industry for years and founded the well-established SEO company Moz. Fishkin's long SEO history is likely why an unnamed person chose to send him Google's internal content API warehouse document. This 2,500-page document details a slew of previously unknown or unconfirmed knowledge about how Google decides to rank websites on its search engine. And, we're not mad about this whole sepsis thing. Look at that. I don't need any API warehouse. And no, there's always everyone's trying to find a shortcut or a trick all the time. But I guess the one good thing about being able to search for my band is I could tell you how to do it. We didn't. There's no trick. We didn't take any shortcuts. I think that's so far the big takeaway from this. I know everybody wants to, skip the line and be the first one on the roller coaster at Disney World, but we're all eating the same shit, Anyhow, while Google has not confirmed the legitimacy of the leak outright, Fishkin has shared that Google employees contacted him in order to change the characterization of some of the details he posted in his breakdown for the document. Fishkin and a number of other SEO digital marketing leaders also examined the pages and believed the leak to be legitimate. It's legitimate. There is a lot of technical information in the document which appears to be more for developers and technical SEO professionals than for the layperson or even SEO professionals who specialize in content creation. Like somebody like myself would have no clue what the fuck to do with any of this stuff. However, there are some extremely interesting details that everyone can walk away with from the leak. Right, that it's broken. The first thing that I would walk away from is, excuse me, it's fucking broken. That part, where search engines are broken. 50 years ago, we were all promised that the internet was going to do amazing things for us. Large tech companies promised us that our lives were going to get better with apps and cell phones. And now they're doing it again with artificial intelligence. They're promising yet again. The big lie is that these apps, AI, the internet, the search engines, the big lie is that they're going to do something for middle class or poor people. The biggest lie of this is that it's going to free up space for people that are living check to check. The big lie that tech companies keep presenting to us. Every tech breakthrough, every cyber tech breakthrough, there's a new supervillain or superhero in the tech company that's all going to lead us, the common person, the people that are paying rent and working check to check. All of these tech companies have the same big lie in common, and that they're going to swoop in for middle class, working, hardworking, poor people. Somehow that these tech companies are going to come into our lives with apps, with gadgets that we can subscribe to, that are going to free up time for us, that are going to optimize our money, that are going to save us budgeting. The big lie is that AI, the internet, and all the apps and all the gadgets and gizmos are somehow going to fill in the gaps in our lives and create shortcuts for us to live longer, to have a higher quality of health. This is particularly of interest as Google has previously denied using Chrome to rank websites. According to the documents parsed, I don't know how to say that word. I'll have to look that up in a second. According to the documents parsed by experts like Fishkin, it appears that Google tracks how many clicks a website receives from users in its browser, Chrome, in order to choose which pages of a website to include in its search query sitemap. So while it doesn't seem that Google uses this info to decide where to rank an entire site outright, analysts have surmised that the company does use Chrome activity in order to decide which internal pages to show in search under the website's homepage. CEO Mike King of iPullRank flagged this one, and it's brought about more questions than answers. According to analysis of Google's internal document, the company that has a specific flag it attached to, quote, small personal websites. It's unclear how Google determines what a small or personal website is, nor is there any information as to why Google is marking websites with this tag. Is it to help promote them in search? To demote them in rankings? Interesting. According to the analysis of Google's internal document, the company has a specific flag it attaches to small personal websites. That's really interesting. I'm certain that ours is on there. It must be, right? Clicks matter a lot. This is another issue that SEO experts have long speculated about, with Google have denied over the years. And once again, it looks like the experts were right. It turns out that Google relies on user clicks for search rankings much more than was previously known. I think everybody guessed that. NavBoost is a Google ranking factor that focuses on enhancing search results. It focuses heavily on click data to improve these results. According to King, we now know that NavBoost has a specific module entirely focused on click signals, one major factor that determines a website's ranking for search query. Short clicks versus long clicks, or how long a user stays on the page after clicking the link from a Google search. That's fucking crazy, huh? We're almost done, everybody. Exact match domains can be bad for search ranking. If you've ever come across a domain name with multiple keywords and dashes like used cars for sale.net, for example, at least part of the reason was likely SEO. There has been a long-held belief among domain investors and the digital marketing community that Google rewarded exact match domain names. Oh, I see what it's saying. Like if you named your band Female Fronted Band, and then you named your website Female Fronted Band, and then when people searched for Female Fronted Band, you'd come up. Basically. Like, why should our searches be made easier for these tech fucking wizards? Like, why do we have to dummy down our searches for these smart machine learning programs to reward us with what we're looking for? That's fucking insane. I thought the whole lie was it was going to do it for us. The big lie is that the search engine is smarter than you. The big lie is that the internet is smarter than you are. The big lie is that somehow AI is smarter than all of us, right? And that it's going to swoop in and create luxury and leisure and comfort for you because you're too stupid. And, and we've all, if we can prove anything, it's that machine learning had to learn from someone. So if machine learning is truly smart and it learned from people, if machine learning learned from people online, then machine learning is learning about how human beings act and behave online, though. We know that human beings don't act the same in a comment section like they do when they are physically in your presence in the line at the grocery store. People behave and act differently. We also know people's appetites and secret behaviors are different when they believe nobody's watching them online. So if machines are learning from human beings, and the only place that machines can learn about people is from where the human beings are spending their time online, then machines that are learning from people are machines that think they're learning about authentic people. But the machines have no way of measuring authentic, real people in the physical world. So therefore, machines that are smart and that are learning are only learning from people's secret, private, and manufactured behaviors that they present online. So machines aren't learning about people. They're only learning about people's images of what they put up and publish of themselves. Machine learning is only learning about lying, people that are projecting an image, people that are projecting their appetites and their amplified images online is what machine learning is learning from, not actual people. So if machine learning, if our whole goal is to make intelligent robots that mimic and act like what people are supposed to be like, and the machines are only learning from manufactured personalities and behaviors, then the machines themselves will only learn to reflect manufactured personal behaviors. This shit is weird. And you know me, I'm not for or against. I'm just telling you. I mean, being authentic isn't the reason why people use the internet. Most people use the internet to do secret stuff and look for shortcuts and stuff like that. People don't go to the internet so they can do the work. People go to the internet so they can look at food and feet. You know what I mean? People go online so they can shop and look at feet. That's what people do. That's what people use the internet for. There has long been a held belief among domain visitors in the digital marketing community that Google rewarded exact match domain names. It turns out that this isn't always true. In fact, an exact match domain can hurt your rankings. Around a decade ago, Google did share that exact match domain names would no longer be held in high regard as a tool for earning rankings despite being favored by the algorithm at one time. However, we now have evidence, thanks to this leak, that there is a mechanism to actively demote these websites in Google search. It turns out that Google views many of these type of domains in the same light as keyword stuffing practices. The algorithm views this type of URL as potential spam. Topic whitelists. According to analysis of the document, Google has whitelists for certain topics. This means that websites that appear in Google search for these types of search queries needs to be manually approved and don't appear based on the normal algorithmically ranked search factors. Some of the topics aren't too surprising. Websites containing or related the word you know what, information about you know what, and specifically around all the stuff we don't want to talk about here on my band page. However, there is a whitelist for travel websites as well. It's unclear exactly what this whitelist is for. SEO experts have suggested that this could be related to travel sites appearing in specific Google travel tabs and widgets, much like we seen to the right of our screen earlier. So, remember our friend Fishkin King. Fishkin and King and other SEO experts have been able to confirm and debunk quite a few SEO theories thanks to this leaked document. And it is now clear to them that Google hasn't been entirely truthful regarding how its search algorithm worked over the years. And you know what? They could have debunked this stuff earlier, everybody, but they love, keeping everyone confused. Like, it's the same thing with Spotify. It's the same thing with the DSPs. Like, when you start asking questions like, why don't we know who our followers are? Why can't we see who subscribes? Or why don't we know, when someone subscribes to us on YouTube, how come there isn't a list of our subscribers that we can contact and say thank you to? Like, why is there this information or secrets that we have to debunk? Like, why not just come out and debunk them? If they're not true, if people make up lies about Google and the SEO, and Google doesn't have a problem talking about it, then why do they wait until something is leaked to confirm the debunking? Why not just debunk these rumors when they come up? Why not just resolve them by debunking them as people bring up these topics? And the reason is because they want you to continue to be confused. They love the folklore. They love the myths and the legends and sitting around a campfire and talking about the shit. They could easily just come out and say, hey, no, these things are not part of the program. Here's a document showing, here's a document debunking the myths associated with search engine optimization. Why not just do that? And the simple answer is because keeping customers confused is the name of the game. Fucking insane, man. This one said Google lied. Fishkin and SEO experts have been able to confirm and debunk quite a few SEO theories thanks to this leaked document. Lied is harsh, they say here, but it's only accurate word that we can use. King wrote in his own breakdown of the Google Content API Warehouse document, quote, I don't necessarily fault Google's public representatives for protecting their proprietary information. I do take issue with the effort to actively discredit people in marketing, tech, and journalism. In these worlds, the people who have presented reproducible discoveries, as industry experts continue to pour through the massive document, we may soon find out more interesting details about Google's search algorithm. Wow. I know that was a lot, but I know that was a lot. Thanks for listening to all that. A little something different today. I haven't been doing a lot of social media or tech news except for AI, so I wanted to just do something a little bit different today. How you guys doing? Yeah, I mean, I apologize for the technical difficulties starting off everything. Yeah, man. There's one thing that I've been doing a lot lately. It's reading about large tech, and I mean because everything. I mean, from everything from music to pharmaceuticals, everything's big tech now. Everyone everyone's claiming that there's AI in your toothbrush and there's AI in the barbecue sauce now, and your coffee maker. You're not gonna want to buy a coffee maker. We're all gonna laugh at this. 20 years from now, we're gonna be like, remember when there was fucking AI in the dish soap? Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. we're all gonna look back and laugh at this shit and say, remember when there was Bluetooth in your baseball hat? So remember when they had to put a USB in like this USB in your backpack, USB. It fucking comes with USB in your shoes. And you're like, yeah, but what do we plug it into? I don't know, man. Fucking. It's just like when screens came out. Like when cell phones started getting hot, everything had a fucking screen. You know what I mean? Like even the fucking controllers on the Nintendos and shit started having fucking screens. It's like, oh my fucking God, stop doing that shit. You guys are fucking dumb. There's AI in the scissors, and now you won't. People aren't gonna buy fucking socks unless there's Bluetooth and AI in it. Like, stop doing that. You guys are so fucking weak. God damn it. Robert says, speaking about coffee, I'm doing a Dunkin' Donuts giveaway right now on Concert Junkies. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Did you tell Lexi about this? This is huge. Concert Junkies is giving away coffee. I'm going over there now because I'm about to run out. My coffee's about to run out. Being New England and all that, we don't like to run out of our dunks. Yo, Scott, what's up, man? We got to get you to a show. Either that or we got to get a show over to you one way or another. We go near you all the time now. We're pretty close. Let's see how far. Where'd you say you're from? Queens? How far is? Oh, look at this. Look at this, Scott. Our show in Charlie Bravo's is under 3 hours. That's still quite the trip, though. That's still quite the trip. Queens is far, dude. Holy shit. That's the one place in New York I've never been. I think I was a kid when I went. I went with my mom type shit. You know what I mean? But I've never been to Queens. I've been to Brooklyn, the Bronx, Harlem, Manhattan, of course. But like most of the times I've ever went to New York, it's either been the Bronx. The Bronx. Yeah. Speaking of milk, man, I'll tell you what. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and pick a random name. Yeah, you guys everybody go over to Concert Junkies, Rob and John, and subscribe to their channel and win some coffee, or potentially win some coffee. I think that's gonna be it for today, you guys. I gotta go because we finally got the advance from the stage manager over at Rockfest. Of course, we have a show in Boston. If you guys, Scott, we're playing Connecticut. We have 2 dates in Connecticut. Hold on, let me show you. So we have, just so you know. So this Saturday we'll be in Boston, Revere rather. That Boston's Revere, right? So we'll be in Revere this Saturday. Okay, at Sammy's. Everybody show up for that. But August 31st we'll be in Connecticut, and September 28th we have something different. We're doing Bravo Fest. In CT also. So Hot Rods a month before that. So kind of like we'll get a double dose. But they're 2 really distinctly different shows. I want to make that clear. So they're 2 different showcases. So I would, the show at Hot Rods, we're doing something special for that. But the show at Charlie Bravo's will be closer to like our Rockfest set. Yeah. You never know, Scott. If you get the time, come on down. But yeah, and I mean, it is a quite a ways though. We'll be around. We'll be closer to your neck of the woods at some point. I'm really hoping. But either way, I'm gonna go take a look at this advance. You guys be cool. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, nice and early, man. We'll do some early news, and we'll be able to kick off the weekend as strong as possible. You guys take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for showing up for me. I appreciate and love all you guys. You guys make great partners and teammates. Keep kicking ass. You guys be good to each other, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.